literally just had like a small piece of cold tilapia with some honey mustard, and it literally felt like a chicken nugget to me. Alright, you guys, here is the grocery haul. It's pretty much the same thing as before. So we have some white fish. I got tilapia and cod. And then I have ground chicken breast. Make sure it is breast because the regular ground chicken has like 10 more grams of fat. And I've made that mistake before and had to give it to my dog. We got the rice cakes, of course, some sweet potato, shredded lettuce, water. And then I thought I would show you guys the more interesting stuff. So I got this mango lime salsa, which is just 5 calories and 3 carbs. And then I got this mango teriyaki sauce, just 10 calories and 2 carbs. And then these two I'm saving for later. Obviously I can't have these during peak week, but I just got these. And then this I'm going to try is habanero honey mustard, which is 0 calories. And then I caved and got another nut butter. But this one has like a lot more carbs, so this is definitely going to be when I don't have a show coming up. And then I got these 2 dairy-free yogurts because I've been missing my Greek yogurt and strawberries. I haven't had it in like months. So I got some dairy-free yogurt. So I got this coconut-based one, vanilla and cinnamon, and the macros are so good. So it's 190 calories, but it's only 12 carbs and 10 protein and 11 fat. So I got this in vanilla cinnamon. And then I got this other almond milk yogurt, which is strawberry, and it is 130 calories and 18 carbs, 6 protein, and I think that's 3 fats. I literally spent like an hour and a half at the grocery store, and I spent like half an hour looking at the dairy-free yogurts just comparing macros, but I got these. And then I had to get one of these because I'm going to have this with me at every show now. And then I found these gluten-free soft bake snickerdoodle cookies, and this is 110 calories, 13 carb, 6 fat, 1 protein. And then I got these coconut macaroons, which are also gluten-free, and a serving is 1 cookie, but it's only 25 calories, if it will focus, 1.5 fat, 3 carbs, and 0 protein. So I'll probably have a few of those, and yeah. Good morning, you guys. It is Monday. It is peak week, and I'm feeling so exhausted. I honestly didn't even feel like picking up the camera, but I figured I'd give you guys a quick update since it's Monday. So I did my baseline check-in with my coach this morning, and I'm pretty happy. I'm definitely tighter. All my numbers went down, and I will insert the pictures and comparisons of my stats and everything in the screen. But yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised with how full my shoulders are looking, and my glutes are still looking pretty full even though the measurement is lower. So it'll be really interesting to see how they look once more carbs get added in later in the week. But I just got back from the gym where I did my cardio session and some posing, and Not gonna lie to you guys, I kind of was dreading posing. I was really not in the mood today. But especially in the final days, everything matters. But yeah, I've just been super extra exhausted lately, but we've been pushing through. I've just been telling myself, like, you have more in your tank, like, just keep pushing through, and you just have to love the process. It's all part of the process. And even if my face may not look like it loves the process right now, I still love it. And we are almost at show day. Thank God. Hello guys, I just got back from getting my nails done. I am obsessed with them. But I'm feeling a bit more energized now, so I figured I would go ahead and do the little Q&A that I put on my Instagram story. So let's just get right into it. So the first question is, how is this prep different from your first prep? So there is a ton of things that are different, but I'd say the number one thing that's different is I have an actual coach this time, because last time I just worked with someone who knew a bit about the sport, but it wasn't like super customized. I didn't do check-ins or anything, so I was kind of on my own. I didn't really have a structure or plan to follow. So that was definitely hard, but now I have an amazing coach and I do check-ins and she's super knowledgeable. My workouts and meal plans and everything are personalized, obviously. So she just really gives me that structure that helps me adhere to the plan. So that is definitely a huge thing. And then also I'd say my mindset is like a complete 180. Like in my first prep, I was only 17. I was still in high school, so I was super young. And pretty much just to summarize, I just didn't believe in myself. I could not envision myself being stage lean. Like I would look up to these other girls and be like, I'll never look that lean. In my year off, I did a lot of work on mindset. I listened to a ton of podcasts. And I just came into this prep just knowing my own abilities and focusing on believing in myself and that I am worthy and that I can do it. Okay, next question. Do you ever doubt yourself? So yes, I do. I have doubted myself, and if you've been in prep, you know there are good days, bad days. It's just a roller coaster of emotions sometimes. So of course there are gonna be some days or maybe just a week where you feel off or you don't believe in yourself or you just doubt yourself, like are you gonna be ready and all this stuff. But that is when having a good coach comes into play, and it is super important because it's normal for you to get in your own head and to maybe even doubt yourself, but as long as you trust your coach, that is what is super important, and that is what will help keep you going. And even if you may not see the results you want, if you do truly trust your coach, then you will find a way to just keep going. So another thing about self-doubt is a lot of it could stem from maybe you feel like you don't deserve it or you're not worthy or stuff like that, but you have to remember that you get what you give. So whatever you put in is what's going to come out. So as long as you are giving your 100% every single day, then you absolutely do deserve it. So the third question is, how long of an off season / growing season do you plan to have? So this one is kind of up in the air. I think it's safe to say definitely a couple months. But yeah, we're just playing that by ear and seeing how this show goes, and then just see what my coach thinks pretty much. But I definitely would like to put on some muscle in my off season, but I will get into that when I get there. Question number 4, tips on getting through peak week. So if you are a bikini competitor, your carbs might be very low. So for that, pretty much just remind yourself that it is temporary and you're in peak week, so you're only a couple days away. So you just have to remember it is temporary and you will get food eventually. Also, you have to look at it as a challenge instead of being like, oh no, my carbs are so low, I'm gonna die, blah blah blah. You can look at it as a challenge and be like, a lot of people would not be able to do what I'm doing, but I can power through and I can do this. Another tip for getting through peak week is just to reflect back on your whole prep and your whole journey and the process that it has been getting to where you are right now. And you just have to think like all those days where you may have had low energy but you kept pushing through, that is what led you to this day, that is what led you to this week, and you are so close. So just keep pushing. And another thing to think about or keep in mind during peak week is that what you do in this exact moment could determine how you do on show day, because you're just a few days away, so everything is important right now. And lastly, get excited about show day, because you've worked so hard to get to this week, so I know your energy might be low, but show day is so much fun, so get excited for that. So the last question, I really like this question, is how has your faith helped you along your bodybuilding journey? So in the beginning of my bodybuilding journey, I was not very focused on it at all, actually. But as time has gone on, I have focused on it, and the more I have focused on it, the more it has helped my mentality. And as you guys know, this sport is filled with a ton of mental struggles and challenges, and maybe you doubt yourself, maybe you stress out or have anxiety. And the way it's helped me is pretty much for any mental struggle, you just have to think you would not be given this struggle or faced with this challenge if God did not give you the resources to get through it and grow from it. And one verse I really like is Romans 5:3. We rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. So I really liked this, and I felt like it applied to being in prep and everything very well, because it is about enduring and it is about powering through, but that is what builds your character. So when you're faced with pain and suffering, that is where character is built. My faith also really helps me because sometimes in prep you're going to get stressed out, and sometimes things just feel super, super overwhelming. But like Philippians 4:6 says, pretty much just to not stress and to make your worries known to Him, and just remember to have faith in Him, and that everything you're worrying about, He already has worked out, so there's no point in stressing. And I also thought I would share with you guys a prayer that has been super, super helpful with me, especially on days where you just might not feel your best and you just need to find more in you. So I just thought I would share this with you. So here's the prayer. I'll put it on the screen. Dear Lord, today I thank you for a new opportunity to try again. As I enter into this new week, I pray for grace, perseverance, and resilience. No matter how hard things get, help me remember that you carried me through before, and you will carry me through again. In Jesus' name, amen. So that is all for the Q&A, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave any other questions in the comments. Pro tip, when you're in prep, do your cardio in a bikini. That way you won't be too lazy to change afterwards to do posing. So, yeah. And I've lost all my boobs anyways, so it's fine. I just thought I would share this because I really appreciate my prep friends. It really be like this. If you drop a crumb of food, you just cry a little bit inside or outside. Hello guys, today is Tuesday and I've been struggling a bit today. Today is my second low carb day of the week, and actually my carbs were pretty low before this anyway, so it's I don't even know how many days in a row it's been a low carb day. But yeah, the carbs are low, and tomorrow is going to be even lower, so I'm just going to be chugging this water. I'm probably going to drink like 2 of these tomorrow. But all I want is like 3 bags of shredded lettuce, because now even my shredded lettuce is measured. I can only have 1 cup in my meals, so I really just want like 3 whole bags of shredded lettuce. That's all I want. But yeah, we're surviving, and tomorrow is gonna be even lower, and I can feel it already. I'm going to be so grumpy, but I'm gonna try my hardest because this was my choice, so I shouldn't make other people suffer with my attitude, but it's gonna be hard. So yeah, but Thursday I get a refeed, and we're so close, so I'm surviving. I look like such a mess right now. But something else I wanted to say regarding peak week and struggling, or maybe even like complaining, is that you can't complain too much, because yeah, sometimes it sucks. You may feel like death, especially on your depletion days, but you have to find some way to appreciate the suck. And honestly, if you're doing this sport for a long time, part of you has to even love the suck, because it just makes you so much more appreciative of that post-show meal, or whenever you get a refeed, or just carbs in general. It just makes this so much more rewarding. So it's easy to complain about your peak week and maybe feeling like crap, but that is all part of what makes the sport even more rewarding, is knowing that you got through those days where you just felt like shit. Okay, I just sent my check-ins in to my coach, and I'm not allowed to eat anything until she responds, so we will see what she says. You guys, I just got my check-in back, and she's starting my carb up early. Praise the Lord. So instead of 25 grams of carbs, now I get 100 today. So I'm so pumped, and I'm about to make my first meal with some carbs. It's gonna be a good day. This really looks like a small amount, but I'm so excited. Breakfast is served. Just got some ground chicken and mustard, and the cream of rice with cinnamon and some Himalayan pink salt. Just look at it. Alright, so my second meal of the day is just 3 ounces of tilapia and some mustard. Okay, I'm about to have my third meal of the day. It's just some more tilapia, shredded lettuce, and mustard, and then I'm going to have half a container of this and then save the other half for pre-workout. Alright you guys, so I just measured out all my rice for tomorrow's carb up. So these are my first 2 meals of rice, and then I check in with her, and then if everything stays the same, this is the rest of the rice I'm gonna have, and I get a full thing of this. So I'm so excited for all this rice. Okay you guys, my fourth meal of the day is gonna be some more tilapia, shredded lettuce, and honey mustard, and then I'm going to finish the rest of the packet of this with some everything with the bagel seasoning. Alright you guys, here is my 5th meal of the day. Just have some ground chicken, shredded lettuce, and honey mustard, and I got another nut butter. Yes, I have a problem. So I decided to try this new brand, and it's chocolate coconut almond butter, and I'm so excited. It looks so good, and the macros are pretty good too. Okay, 10 protein, 8 carb, and 13 fat, and 180 calories. Then I also got a ready-to-wear package, so it's just Christmas over here. Alright, you guys, so I just had my 5th meal of the day, which is my post-workout meal, and now I'm doing a hair treatment, so my hair looks nice and healthy on stage. So I'm just doing this shea butter deep treatment mask. Full focus. So yeah, I'm just doing that. I'm going to let that sit in my hair while I do this Epsom salt bath. And then I will see you for my last meal of the day. And this is the ready-to-wear outfit I got. I'm obsessed with it. Like, it is so cute. But yeah, so I will see you for my last meal of the day. Okay, so something else I'm doing in this peak week is someone from my gym actually had these compression boots and let me borrow them. So shout out to him. Everyone go follow him. So I'm just gonna do a couple rounds of this tonight and tomorrow. But yeah, peak week is not supposed to be anything crazy. Like, I don't do any crazy water loads or sodium manipulation or anything. The main focus for peak week is really just to not stress out, to reduce inflammation. Peak week is honestly supposed to be pretty calm because the work is already done, and if you're not pretty lean a couple weeks out, then you can't rely on peak week to just lose water weight, because the reality is it's not water. You probably just have some body fat to lose still. Peak week is nothing magical. It's honestly just the work is done, and now you just relax and coast into the show. This feels so relaxing. Thank you so much. Alright, you guys, here's the last meal of the day. We just have some more white fish, shredded lettuce, and honey mustard. And I saved my 2 rice cakes and 2 tablespoons of almond butter. And this just looks like heaven. This is my dessert. And I'm so excited. Alright, you guys, so that was my full day of eating on prep. As you can see, we keep it pretty simple. I don't do any crazy sauces or anything when I'm so close to a show, just because any of those chemicals could cause bloating or inflammation, which we don't want. We want the smallest little waistline possible on show day. Yeah, you guys, on peak week, there's not much variety, just because you want to keep it simple. You don't want to be thinking about what food you're gonna eat. You want as little stress as possible. But sorry if the full day of eating was kind of boring or repetitive, but that is the reality of bodybuilding. We eat pretty much the same thing every day and the similar variety every day. And honestly, I don't really even ever get tired of my food because I just genuinely love this sport. So you have to find a way to enjoy eating chicken for the 1000th time, because that is just part of the process, and that is what's going to get you to where you want to be. Good morning, you guys. It is now Thursday, and I just sent in my check-ins, and my weight actually went up today. I was 106.6, but then I remembered she bumped my carbs up yesterday, so it's pretty normal, not freaking out or anything. My waist actually came in like 1/10 of an inch, and then my glutes were the same, but we will see what she says. And honestly, the old me would have totally like freaked out and like been like, oh my gosh, I'm doing something wrong, this is fat, blah blah blah. But if you know you stuck to the diet 100%, then it's not fat. Obviously there's some other factors that could go into it. Obviously the carb bump is what this would be. So yeah, I'll just check back in with you when I get her response. Hello guys, so I just got my check-in back from my coach and she actually said that my body responded exactly how she wanted to the carbs, so that's pretty awesome to hear. And I will insert a picture of the 24-hour difference on the screen, and to most people it probably isn't a noticeable difference, but to anyone who knows the sport, you could see that my glutes filled out, my shoulders definitely filled out. And my waist is still pretty tight, so we're not making any menu changes today, and I will catch you guys later. Alright you guys, so this is the last thing I have for you in the video. I thought I would show everything that I put in my meal prep bag. So in the top we have some utensils, all my supplements, and then in here is all of Friday's protein measured out in Ziplocs. And then in the first compartment I have my rice for Friday, and then I have my post-show, and let me just show you this. So I just threw in all the rest of the sweet potato and ground chicken I had. So I have no idea how much sweet potato this is, but this is about 7 ounces of ground chicken, and I just cannot wait to eat this all. Then in the last compartment, I just have a thing of 4 ounces of chicken for Sunday, and then I made some egg white and spinach pancakes, and I threw like 10 grams of oats. Then in the side pocket, I brought my digestive enzymes for the cheat meal to make sure that, just so I could digest everything well. And then I have the mustard and honey. And then here I have my nut butter, of course. And then I also have my American Dream nut butter in here. And then on this side, I have my dairy-free yogurts, and then in here, I just have 2 things of sweet potato for show day. So that is what I pack. And I forgot shredded lettuce as well. I'll just throw that in somewhere. And then, of course, we have the rice cakes, some electrolyte water, and then I got this Hot Logic mini oven lunchbox thing, just in case the hotel doesn't have a microwave, so I could just put my containers in here, plug it in, and heat up my meals. So hopefully this works well. I'm super excited to try that. It'll be really convenient. Alright you guys, so that is the end for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was a long one, and if you made it to the end of this, you're probably doing cardio, so good luck with the rest of your cardio. You got this.